2 position. And anybody's race for this bronze medal right now. We've got Assumption Mohlala, we've got Holy Rosary Smith, and we've got St. Mary's.
A really close one. I think the two St. Andrews boats showing what a masterclass that age group is. Those two boats, 1 and 2, and for my money, Holy Rosary coming for third. They got Jamie Smith there, still holding on to that bronze medal from her sculls race, and she's pushing through. Assumption just struggling from the St. Mary's boat, but it's St. Andrews 1, and that looks like the Payne boat, and St. Andrews 2, that's the DOS race boat, and then it's Holy Rosary Smith. That's what they're holding on to at the moment. Holy Rosary is able to make just a slight move on the rest of the field for that medal.
Yeah, great move from Holy Rosary right before they got into those red boys to separate themselves. They don't want to get involved in a battle for third place, and they've gone and made sure that there's not going to be a battle.
And there are your medals. St. Andrews gold, St. Andrews silver, Holy Rosary bronze. And the St. Sidon's crew, that looks like Grace Lewis until the end.
Yeah, straight shootout. You know, I did have a chat with those girls right before the race, putting them onto the water, Rob, and I said it's quite straightforward when you get to under 14 finals racing. It's a fly and die. Um, fly as long as you can and see if you can hold on to the finish. And I think the girls really did as much as they could, but they couldn't hold on it as it got to the end of that race. Very great racing, though, from these under 14s and some serious depth in that St. Andrews fleet.
And we're looking out in the water, and already they're coming down for the next race. And it's a junior men's under 14 doubles. We've got Kez Mafela, lane 1, lane 2, St. Albans, Matlapeng, lane 3, St. Benedict's, Padiachi, St. Albans, Garvin, lane 4, St. Dunstan's, Fick, lane 5, St. Benedict's, Ramaboa, St. Benedict's, Rondebosch, Kirschbaumer, lane 7, St. Andrews, Kluti, lane 8. Well done to those boys for making the finals.
One of the crews that we've earmarked in this race is that St. Dunstan's Fick crew, and they were smashing in that final really fast, so it will be very interesting to see how they do now in this final. They're coming up towards that 500-meter mark.
Sold out finish.
And it looks like St. Albans, Gervin, and they've towed that St. Dunstan's Fick crew with them.
So bronze still open, but at the moment, it's the young men from St. Albans. They are pushing through. Very good effort from St. Dunstan's. Fick Madurich hanging in there. Third place still open. There's a little bit of move from the St. Benedict's crew. I think that is Padiachi. It is Padiachi, and right at the top, we've got to keep an eye on the Rondebosch boys, the St. Andrews boys. That's Rondebosch, Kirschbaumer, St. Andrews, Kluti. They're in the finals at SA Champs. There are medals on the line. And St. Albans have been controlling it. St. Dunstan's have been fighting. Those two are just sort of matching each other stroke for stroke, and St. Albans are now moving away. St. Dunstan's are going to have to settle for silver if that carries on like that. Third place, Rondebosch still got a bit of action in that boat. St. Benedict's crew holding on for dear life. They're looking to their left. The Kirschbaumer Rondebosch crew are pushing. That could come down to the wire. They've thrown everything at this. Good racing from St. Albans. They're going to take it. St. Dunstan's are going to take silver. And now it's the St. Benedict's crew, Padiachi. They are coming through, and they will take the bronze medal. You're up, wait. Up now. Should be soon. Next race. Yeah.